Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we sift through the headlines to bring you the stories behind the story. Today, wow, we are unpacking some massive news, the news everyone's talking about. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged.
It's huge, isn't it? And it's a relationship that's been under, well, just an intense spotlight from day one. But what's fascinating is how, despite all that scrutiny, you consistently see these moments of real connection.
Absolutely. And today, we've gathered reports from all the major players, ABC, CNN, The Hollywood Reporter, People Magazine, NBC News, sports journals too. We're going to try and piece together the whole journey for you.
Yeah, our goal here, our mission for this deep dive is really to get past just the viral headlines. We want to look at the choices they made, the little moments, the things that turned to that whole friendship bracelet attempt.
Which seemed like a fail at the time.
Exactly. Turn that into this global thing leading up to that proposal in the garden, the ring, everything.
So what can their story, this super public but seemingly authentic romance, tell us about relationships today?
Precisely. We'll trace it all back. Look at the key decisions, the genuine feelings that let them, well, not just survive the spotlight, but actually thrive in it. How did two of the most famous people on Earth navigate all that? Let's dive in.
Okay, let's jump right in. The beginning, the origin story. It really starts summer 2023 with a pretty bold move. You probably remember Travis Kelce, massive Swiftie, right? He goes to the Eras Tour in Kansas City that July, and his plan, give her a friendship bracelet, but, not just any bracelet.
No, this one had his phone number on it, which is pretty direct, charming in a way.
Totally. But as we know, Taylor doesn't really meet people before or after shows, saves her voice.
Right, the marathon performances.
Yeah.
So yeah, mission failed, at least initially. He didn't get to hand it over himself.
And Travis, being Travis, goes on the New Heights podcast with his brother Jason.
Yep, later that July.
And just admits he was, quote, a little butthurt about it, which is pretty relatable, honestly.
If you've ever tried a big gesture like that. But here's the twist, right?
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting, that public comment, him putting her on blast, as he called it.
That actually became the spark. Taylor talked about this later in that Time magazine piece in December 2023.
Oh, yeah. What did she say?
She said she thought him doing that, putting her on blast on his podcast, was, and this is her quote, metal as hell.
Wow. Okay. So she liked the boldness.
Seems like it. And crucially, she revealed they started hanging out right after that. And here's the key part. She said there was a significant amount of time that no one knew.
So they kept it quiet for a bit.
Exactly. Gave them time to actually get to know each other without, the whole world watching immediately. That private foundation seems really important in hindsight.
That makes so much sense, because by the time we all did find out, they weren't just starting out. The big public moment was that first Chiefs game appearance, September 24th, 2023.
Sitting with Donna Kelce, the internet went wild.
It really did. But Taylor clarified in that Time interview, and this is important, she said, by the time I went to that first game, we were a couple.
Right.
She even said, I think some people think that they saw our first date at that game. We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Imagine that pressure. So they were already established before going public. Smart move, really. It's kind of a masterclass in managing your own narrative when you're that famous.
Totally. Owning the reveal.
And using platforms like his podcast to sort of frame it their way. It shows the power of being, intentionally genuine, not just letting things happen to you publicly.
And that mutual support just became their thing, didn't it? Taylor at all those Chiefs games.
So many games, including Super Bowl LE8 and LIX just recently.
Sure.
She became part of the whole NFL scene.
And Travis showing up for her. The Eras Tour stops. That London cameo. June 2024.
Oh, that was amazing. During I Could Do It with a Broken Heart, he carries her across the stage.
And he apparently told himself, do not drop the baby. Do not drop Taylor.
Yeah. That's commitment.
Yeah.
It really merged their worlds in such a visible way.
And it felt genuine, not just like a photo op, like when Taylor changed the Karma lyrics in Argentina.
November 2023. That was huge. Karma's the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me.
The crowd went insane. It was like, okay, this is official, solidified.
Exactly. It was a public declaration, really. And beyond those big moments, Travis talked about the pressure, didn't he?
Yeah, in that Wall Street Journal magazine interview, November 2023, he said he wasn't running away from any of it.
And he really admired how Taylor handled it all. Just living, enjoying life despite everything.
He also said he found her intelligence fest mind-blowing and that he's learning every day, which is quite sweet and open.
It really is. And it seeks that question, how do you stay authentic under that kind of constant focus?
Taylor's take was interesting, too. She said, basically, if a relationship is public, it means showing up for each other, doing what you love, and not caring if other people are there.
It's like choosing pride in supporting each other over total privacy sometimes, embracing their situation, not hiding from it.
So, okay, they've navigated the public launch, they're supporting each other everywhere. Then the engagement rumors start building.
Oh, yeah, that really ramped up. You had NFL insider Adam Schefter basically predicting it in August 2024.
Right, that clip went viral. And Page Six reported Travis had asked her dad, Scott Swift, for his blessing.
The signs were pointing that way. Plus, we saw more glimpses of their private life. Travis's Instagram post in July 2025.
The off-season pictures, coordinating outfits, the lock screens.
The Montana trip. Little things, but they painted a picture of a really deepening relationship.
And then came that huge podcast moment, Taylor's first ever podcast appearance.
On New Heights, August 2025. And it wasn't just a chat, it broke records. Guinness World Records.
1.3 million people watching live on YouTube. That's insane.
Totally unprecedented. And what does she do on this massive platform?
Announces her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, coming October 3rd. Strategic.
Very. But they also got personal on the podcast, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Taylor called Travis a vibe booster, a human exclamation point. Said she found him really natural, very pure, very normal.
Which must be appealing when you live such an extraordinary life.
For sure. And she highlighted his loyalty, how he keeps his old friends, called it a green flag. It felt quite intimate, actually.
It really did. And that appearance, it was more than just, an interview. It felt like another calculated move to share their version of the story. It countered all that lingering speculation. Was it real? Was it PR?
Right, because there was speculation, wasn't there? People suggesting it was all fake, or even bizarrely, some kind of political plot.
Yeah, those theories were out there. No evidence, of course, but the speculation existed.
But seeing them together, hearing them talk like that on the podcast, it kind of pushed back against the cynicism.
Exactly. It presented them as these, complementary figures. The baller and the Aristotle, as some fans interpret from her lyrics.
Like in The Alchemy or so High School.
Yeah, from Tortured Poets. Those songs definitely seem to capture that dynamic. It reinforced that their connection was maybe deeper than just celebrity dating.
And ultimately, the doubters were kind of quieted, weren't they?
I think so. It just looked like two people genuinely happy. Travis said it well in that GQ interview, August 2025.
What did he say?
Something like, whenever I'm with her, it feels like we're just regular people. When there is not a camera on us, we're just two people that are in love.
That's powerful, maintaining that regular people feeling despite everything.
It became their best defense, really, showing that, yeah, even with all the fame, a grounded, real romance can happen.
Which brings us to the big news, the engagement. Finally confirmed.
Yes, Tuesday, August 26, 2025. That joint Instagram post just broke the internet.
The caption was perfect. Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married, and say.
So them.
So them. And then we found out, through Travis's dad, Ed Kelce, that the actual proposal happened almost 2 weeks before the announcement.
Oh, interesting. So they had some private time with the news. Exactly. A little window just for them and their families. Ed said Travis proposed in a garden in Lee's Summit, Missouri.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, Ed said it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Travis apparently just said, let's go out and have a glass of wine, and then pop the question.
Classic. And they FaceTimed the parents right away.
Immediately. Keeping it personal and family-focused first. The photos they shared were stunning, too.
Oh, yeah. Him on one knee, her in that striped polo Ralph Lauren dress.
Which sold out instantly, of course.
Of course. And him in the blue shirt, white shorts, all surrounded by flowers.
Lush blooms. A Kansas City florist estimated maybe $10,000 to $15,000 worth just for the scene.
Yeah.
So quite the romantic setup.
And the ring. We have to talk about the ring.
The centerpiece,
Yeah.
yes. It's described as an old mine, brilliant cut diamond. Gold band.
Sounds classic.
Very. And what's really special is Travis designed it himself, worked with a jeweler, Kindred Lubeck at Artifacts Fine Jewelry in New York.
Okay, that adds a whole other layer.
Yeah.
So what's it worth? Or what are people guessing?
Well, the estimates are pretty wide-ranging, as you'd expect. Some experts are throwing around figures up to $5 million.
Whoa.
Others are saying, depending on the specifics, maybe anywhere from $400,000 to $800,000. Either way, it's clearly a significant and very personal piece.
Absolutely. And the reaction online was just immediate, right? Instagram crashing.
For some users, yeah. Meta even joked that the platform needed to process this news, just like everyone else.
That's hilarious. And the likes, the reposts, staggering numbers.
Over 14 million likes, a million reposts in just 6 hours. Phenomenal.
Then the official congrats started rolling in. The Chiefs,
Today is a fairy tale. Perfect.
the NFL sent messages. Even Travis's teammates, like Mike Dana,
Caught off guard, but called it incredible, a beautiful thing, and
ugh,
joked about giving them Pop-Tarts as a gift.
love it. And celebrity friends, too.
Yep, Brittany Mahomes, Iga Swiatek, the tennis player. But it went even wider, didn't it?
That's what's wild. SoFi Stadium offering to host the wedding. Buffalo Wild Wings offering catering.
It just shows their massive cultural footprint. And then even Donald Trump weighed in.
Right. Despite, past political comments.
He offered warm wishes,
Mhm.
called Travis a great player, Taylor a terrific person. Just shows how this news transcended typical divides.
It really became this huge cultural moment everyone was invested in. Like a collective, ah.
Exactly. It speaks of the power of a love story that feels somehow relatable, even on that global scale.
Mm.
People just want to see happiness, I think.
So wrapping this all up from that podcast admission, the bracelet,
The failed attempt.
right, all the way to this beautiful garden proposal. Their whole journey, it really shows how different worlds, different personalities can really click.
They managed to be this huge public spectacle, but also keep something deeply personal at the core, built on respect, support.
And a pretty smart strategy for dealing with fame, it seems.
Definitely. And thinking bigger picture, their engagement, it wasn't just fan service. It broke records, sparked conversations about relationships today. It's kind of proof that even under the brightest spotlights, genuine connection can still happen. And authenticity, maybe carefully managed authenticity, can win out.
It really is a modern fairy tale, isn't it?
It feels like it. So a final thought for you listening. As you follow their story, you've seen two people from incredibly different worlds come together and thrive under immense pressure. What does their highly visible, yet surprisingly intimate love story suggest about the ingredients for a successful partnership in our increasingly interconnected and often scrutinizing world today?